So, where we left off, you guys were trying to find a missionary. Uh, so, you guys get scanned. So Lucas gets scanned into the church. Wretched is no longer here, and he's on.
I
He
swear you
teleports
said
out
I
in a
get
blaze of glory.
scammed into the church.
Uh,
I swear you just said I got scammed into the church. Like, this is like a...
sure.
Isn't that how churches normally work?
I was
I know,
promised
right?
this is a McDonald's.
And then into the church arch walks a seemingly gnome that is quite short, seems to be very light, and is tan with black hair and orange eyes.
My first thought is eat the child.
Redox glances up. Greetings, everyone. I'm in pursuit of a specific individual that's come through town. But first, am I speaking to the local guards?
No,
Uh-huh.
we're not the local guards.
We're policemen,
really?
but we're not the local guards.
Huh.
Yeah, for reference, you're police.
Yeah, that's why we said we're police, not local
Yeah.
guards.
Oh,
We're
I assume
traveling
police are
policemen.
local guards. That's the whole point of a police. They're not like a militia. They're not a standing army. They're law and order.
Yeah, but the
Fair
difference
point.
is that we're not local police, we're traveling police.
Yes.
Oh, traveling. Okay.
Yeah.
Then have you heard any strange happenings as of late? I've just recently gotten into town.
Well, we do have this one case we're trying to solve.
I take a seat right over here.
And don't tell it to strangers because, breaks operational security!
Obviously, you need to keep things close to the vest, but perhaps our two cases are aligned. Give me what details you can.
I look to Spell's character to give out what information he can.
I glance over at you and will like, the case you're working on is whatever details you can give me would be most appreciated.
He's a dumb little kobold. He forgets a lot.
Yeah, but no one doesn't know that. It's all like, take your time. I'm all ears, and he's just has his hands steepled while just staring intently.
The gnome's just glad that he's not being punted.
Yes.
Let's see. Huh. So, like,
Why are we here again?
Yes, that's
I'm
actually what I
thinking.
would like to know.
I'm trying to, construct a sentence right now to explain what's happening.
Your character's actually saying that. It's all like, and the gnome's like,
Yeah, I'm saying this all out loud, by the way. Huh, so, huh.
So, got it.
You, Crafter, you go and here. Don't mind him. He's just an idiot.
I roll an investigation check to see if there's anything on them that could hint to what their case actually is.
I know what the case is, I just don't know how
Sure,
to
yeah.
say
Roll perception.
Okay.
it. Perception.
Okay. Where is the die?
You click the word perception on your skills.
Yeah.
Oh!
If you go to skills, and also with saving throws, if you click on any of them, it'll go and do that. Oh, whoops. I forgot how to do that.
Technology.
Because I was trying to go do that. Okay.
Nice, not 20.
Yeah, nice to use that 20 there. So,
Good for
you go and notice as that he's in plate armor and has a holy symbol. So, he's probably a cleric. He might be related to this church, and they might be investigating this church. but you have no idea whether or not that is actually the case or not.
Well,
I'm
okay,
gonna-
then I say,
Yeah.
my good sir, I am after a certain priest that's coming through town, and I can see from your attire that you have a religious background. Have any new faces come in or out in the last 48 hours?
New faces.
You.
Oh.
I'm not a priest.
No, I think you were talking about Kel
Ah,
because this character for Chell just came in
Yeah.
last session.
Yeah, Joe just recently switched from a barbarian to a cleric.
It's a big change. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
wow, that's quite the profession change.
I have no clue who any of you are but him, and I point at the rabbit boy.
But you've been with each other over the last 48 hours, so I don't believe it's any
No,
of
we
you.
haven't. I just got here.
Yeah.
Okay, then where were you 2 days ago?
Just blank stare. All the tentacles.
No, actually, technically, your character would have been coming over here, probably from, what's the name of that town again? Merkwall, yeah.
Merkwell.
And which cardinal direction did they come from?
Probably about, like, south, like, in terms of this town, it would be about southwest. Oh, sorry, southeast.
Then I came in from I ventured in from the west, just some local villages, and there have been a string of murders I've been trying to track down. I have my own sordid affair to sort through, and this individual wronged me in the past, so I'm looking for justice, as it were.
Name for this priest?
The name, I will share it tonight. First, I need to make sure that none of you are associated with this individual.
Well, it's
At
kind
a
of
church?
difficult,
You're talking about a priest.
Hmm.
and it's also very difficult to know if we're associated with them without knowing the name.
Very well.
So
I
we're
will
kind of
tell
at an
you.
impasse.
I'll tell you, but this must be kept between us. The name I know him as is Heimlich.
I've
Interesting.
never heard of a person like that in my life.
It's just as well. It's probably an alias. Whenever he did his dirty deed in town, murdering those innocent civilians, he'd leave a calling card that just said Heimlich maneuver.
My goodness.
Yes, truly barbaric. So, if any assistance you can provide in my case would be most welcome. But I have a feeling that since both of our paths intersect here, they might be related. So, from lack of leads on my part, I will follow you around, hopefully gaining leads on my suspect.
Okay, I think that's reasonable.
It's a fucking private
Excellent.
detective. The way he
Grab
said
the
that does not
M&Ms.
make me feel good.
Don't mind me, it's a warlock's disposition. Yeah.
That makes me even feel worse.
I think I like this character. Can I give you
Of
a
course
ride?
you do.
How tall are you?
I'm like, I have to remember. I think I'm like 6 foot.
More than
4
acceptable.
foot 11.
I
What's
roll
that?
an athletics check. See.
Wait,
Or
what
acrobatics.
was it?
4 foot 11.
4'11". Sorry.
I can work with that.
You're still taller than I am. I'm 3 feet, so
Okay.
Yeah, 3 feet 1 inch.
So you combine.
That 1 inch is very important.
yeah.
Okay.
So
It's
I
not
pressed
an
the thing. Where are the roll results?
It's in chat.
It's in.
Oh,
Yeah, you're on the wrong tab. It would be on that one.
There we go. Okay, got it.
Uh, but yeah.
So,
Uh,
so do I successfully climb to his shoulders?
just for the lulz, I would say yes. You're just like a gnome riding on a bunny's shoulders.
And once I reach there, I say, "Onward to justice!"
Yes.
Yay! You
I am
just see me lift up
slowly
my
going
flute, which is
insane.
which is my magic wand, and just go like out like yeah.
Only slow and
There we go.
insane.
You both
Oh,
take
and I
inspiration for that.
say,
I love it.
full disclosure, I have an imp following me around invisibly to help me through my investigation. So if you detect
Okay.
something like that, just ignore it. It's fine.
Okay.
Ignore the demon. It's just
And
in your head.
also, who got inspiration?
Both of you. I've already marked it on Crafter's sheet. So like keep in mind, and if I say you get inspiration, just scroll up to the top. You should see a dragon symbol. If you ever want to use it to go and get advantage on a roll, just say you use it and then like roll with advantage.
Hmm.
And
Every
All right.
day we stray further from the gods.
so where are you guys heading now?
I'm going to take. Wait, what's this character's name?
Redox.
Say it slowly.
Redox.
Redox. Got it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take Redox around town to show him the different places to help, like, see if maybe that'll help him out with his investigation.
Yes,
I'm
we
gonna
must
follow
find
because I
Heimlich.
have no clue what we're doing.
So the first place I'm going to take him is to this building.
Joe, do you follow them?
Eh?
I'm on the shoulders. I'm going where they're going.
I was
So I think you said
asking Joe.
Joe.
Ah, sorry.
Yeah,
I thought
sure,
you
I'll
said
follow
y'all.
him.
All right.
I got nothing better to do.
So I believe this is just looks like a tavern. So I think this is the tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the tavern of the of this town. Um, and I give him a little inside tour to give him a little chance to maybe take a look around, see if there's anything of note.
Investigation.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do that. I'm gonna give him bardic inspiration to help him out.
Okay, so
Wait,
roll a
oh, it's
d8.
coming up. Yeah, roll a d8.
Okay. Where
So if you
do
go
I?
to the right, you should see something that says a d20. You click on that, and then it should bring up a bunch of other things. You have your sheet covering.
Oh. Oh, yeah. There it is.
Yeah.
Okay, you said D8. One
Yeah.
moment. There.
There you go.
Okay, so that's an
Alright.
18 rather than a 11. All right.
So does anyone stand out?
You're not entirely sure if they are from your case, but there do seem to be a couple shadowy figures.
I point them out to my fellows. Those individuals seem to be from out of town, but they don't seem relevant to my case. You should go chat with them.
Okay. So I'm gonna go over to those shadowy figures and do my usual greetings.
They look over at you and say, what?
We were wondering if you knew anything about a certain, well, I don't know what I'd have to ask. But
It's all about the angle. Or sorry, it's all about the angle. See if they're interested in coin or something and providing some interesting information.
yes.
Yes.
Do you have any interesting information we can have at all? I'm willing to pay for said information.
Information on what?
Well, my friend here is looking for a certain individual, we'll say. Leaves a calling card every time he commits a crime. That's as far as I can go. Have you heard of any crimes that have been committed where there was a calling card left? And I show that I have plenty of gold to pay for any information they might have.
Fair enough. Uh,
Would that be a charisma roll?
I mean, I first have
Uh,
to figure out. I would first have to think like, would they have information on that?
It'd be
Because
irrelevant
obviously,
to
if they
our-
don't have the information, then like, I they probably would say it. Based.
Lord never plans anything.
Lies. He just sometimes doesn't have certain things planned.
Yeah, so there are times where I just don't have certain things planned.
But other than that, he's usually planning things a lot.
Yeah.
He's always plotting things, and it scares us.
Yes,
The
as
plotter.
you'll probably figure out pretty soon why they are so fearful of my plots.
Yes. He'll say something like, get ready for such and such, and we'll be like, what are you talking about? He's like, don't worry about it. And it just makes us worry even more.
Naturally.
Yeah,
We're in the
I think
plot
they hate the
now.
phrase, don't worry about it. uh,
Surprised how many dragons he can throw at you.
Well, while you're thinking of that, I scoot on over towards the bartender. If anyone will know anything about the casual goings on in town, it would be him. And he's kind of contractually obligated to make small talk with customers. So I waddle up to the bar, and the bar itself is higher than I am. So I'm all like, so I put my hands on the top and lean upwards. My good sir, I am recently in town, and I'd like to have a brief overview of the recent goings on. I put down a single coin. One beverage, please, with any information of things that've been going on.
they go and say ID.
I pat my pockets. I seem to have left my ID in the the other side of town. I am currently 50 years old. I should be old enough to drink.
They go and give you a taller glass of like orange juice, not believing that you actually are 50 years old.
I
How
grumble.
racist of
This
him.
better
He
be
doesn't
the.
even pull out the race index for aging.
I pull the drink off the top, and I look down at it. I'm all like, this better be the best darn glass of apple juice I've ever had.
Orange juice.
Orange juice. I want an apple. And rather than put it back, he just continues sipping on it. Okay, so yeah, I'm nursing a giant glass too big for me. What did you guys discover? Oh, sorry, I waddle back over to the group and feel like I got
Waddle.
nowhere. Anything with you guys?
So they would go and say like, maybe I do, maybe I don't. How much you offering?
I put down 10 gold and say, how about this much?
They pocket him. I have no idea if they're the one you're looking for. But there's usually a set of assassins, and in most towns, if not every town. One you might want to check with them. But as for this, is I can't say I recall anybody being murdered with a calling card. That's not to say that it hasn't happened, or that they didn't just murder somebody and leave right now, and we just have not heard about it.
Well, I thank you for your time and your information. And we shall we shall look for this assassins group so we can ask them if they know anything.
Oh,
I thought you were going
is
to
the
say
rogue
I was
nearby within earshot?
Which rogue do you mean?
Just anyone. The one that looks most likely to pickpocket someone.
Like of the party, or
Yeah, in our party.
There is no rogue in our party, I don't think.
No.
Really?
no?
Dang
That's
it.
wretched.
No, sorry.
Yeah,
That's
right
what my
there.
character says. Do we have a rogue in our party? And I say this too loud in a bar. You're like, no. And I'm like, what? We don't have a rogue?
Well, we do, but he's not here.
Yeah, the icon it says like, he's off in prison, and we have to deal with that later.
He committed one too many crimes.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's
Sometimes
he's
the
committed so
line-
many crimes. He has.
Wagging got to him.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
committed
and
so many
weekends and-
crimes. He has a free lifetime sentence now.
Yes. And right now, his most recent crime is the crime of existing.
No, his most recent crime, I think it was actually property damage. Funny enough. Actually, wait, no, it's murder.
Oh yeah, murder.
yes.
Mhm.
Ah, yes, murder.
So hard to remember.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to hear
he commits so many crimes. It's hard to remember which was his most recent.
Glancing
It could
around, I
be
see there's far
murder,
too
it
many
could
eyes
be
on me discussing these personal matters. I'm like, sorry, let's discuss this outside.
Okay. So I bring him outside and, you know,
I'd be pretty terrified of people discussing murder.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's
so-
pretty normal for us.
I mean, if people are not concerned about talking about murder in public, that's
Yeah.
pretty spooky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the fact
Welcome
that
to
the guy
D&D.
even gave us any information on potential assassins in town was a stroke of luck on our part.
Yes. Indeed.
Broke of plots
So
on our part.
now we must find this assassins group, wherever they are.
I
Well,
thought you were going to show him around town.
While every syndicate operates a little differently, often the best place to start looking is the
Check
beggars.
under the whale.
The beggars.
The beggars. They have tons of time on their hands, and they'll be willing to tell you almost anything that goes past them for a small amount of coin.
To the beggars.
To the beggars.
Where do you go to find these beggars?
Go down the alley.
Yes. Down the
Alley
alley.
is a good option, yeah.
We are down the alley.
Oh, wait, yeah. I'm not in front.
Yeah, you're on top of my shoulders still.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
again.
You don't really see anybody down that alley. Not sure about whether it's the fact that there's a tavern right there to the tentacle right, and a bank to the left, or if it's just not a very common area for people to, be in.
I thought the tavern was to the left.
Well, on the map, yes, it's to the left and the bank is to the right, but
as in the direction we're facing.
Yeah, because
okay, never mind.
like for your characters, you guys would be facing this way.
True.
So
true,
the tavern is to the right, the bank is to the left.
Fair enough.
I just keep pulling these 11s.
Yeah, you really love the number 11, don't you?
Yeah. He
Well,
really,
I'm detecting if there's anything of value in the alleyway.
I will help him by rolling one myself.
he's going through the trash cans.
Okay,
PM.
Well, no, I'm not shoveling through. I'm just glancing down. Is there like boxes of resources, or is it just trash and detritus? What's down there?
Using words that are too complicated for my brain.
I don't know why my roll only went to GM.
That's because I had it on GM just so that if we needed to roll for HP, then it was just there basically.
Oh. Well, I got 16 on my investigation, so yeah.
I would say that everybody can tell the general idea, such as just trash cans and more on the side of the tavern.
So this alley is made of alley.
But
Oh yeah, right, that one.
Oh, this
Sorry,
wall
go
tastes
ahead.
like dirt.
But notice how there's no goods here, even though we're next to a tavern. They shouldn't have much storage inside, and this is where they'd keep it. The fact that there is none suggests that there is a criminal element in the city.
Yeah.
Fair. A fair point. A fair deduction.
Mm-hmm. What is this? Oh wait, need the little drawer thing. This thing right there. Is that just is it a stone wall, a wooden plank?
That's a mountain. Keep in mind, if you hold down, you can actually ping.
Oh, okay.
It's a
Yeah.
whole mountain.
Yeah.
So wait, it's a mountain?
Yeah, basically,
I thought it was
Yeah, I think I said earlier that like the town is segregated. So basically, like this over here is the Underdark. This over here is above ground.
Oh, okay.
So
It
like this
different-
is
okay.
quite literally a wall of rock. That is basically just like the mountain. And
I thought it was like just a second part of the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
so basically, like right over here where there's not that rock wall. Same thing with there. That just means that they purposely expanded that area. That way people can walk through it and just
The
otherwise
church
be
is
there.
partially in the Underdark.
Yeah. So like currently you guys are in the Underdark. There's nothing wrong with the Underdark side of town, and I'm just using and segregated as the way to say like it's divided in like two different sections of town, basically.
Gotcha. Well, let's.
Before we leave the alley, I order my imp to go look through the trash of anything of value while we go off do our thing.
You have an imp. That's sick, man.
Yes.
You mentioned it before.
Why
Yeah,
dumpster
it's
dive
invisible
when I
right
can
now.
send the imp to dumpster dive?
Yeah, I'm not going to dumpster dive. The imp's going to do it. You'll probably enjoy it.
What's the point? What's the point of having a demonic creature if it isn't to dumpster dive?
If it likes shiny objects, it will grab it and keep it and bring it to me.
And if it
Yes.
doesn't, it gets the stabbo.
It's invisible. He'll be fine.
It puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again. Simple.
Mhm.
And the hose is just filled with holy water. It's also a holy water based lotion, so that imp is messed up anyway.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, the imp would be it would be hidden. So yeah.
Yeah.
You're free to walk around.
All right, let me just zoom the map out. Take a look around. Got a that there. Okay. Let's see. So what's this building on our right?
As in-
I
as
mentioned
in
that
the-
earlier, but that's a bank.
A bank.
We're not going to rob the bank.
Nah, obviously not.
No,
This
the
is-
only one that would want to rob the bank is
Wow.
Wretched.
Yeah.
I know, I'm just used to saying it.
Yeah, it's good advice. Don't rob banks.
Yes.
It's just an automatic response of my character at this point. It's like, we're not robbing the bank.
But anyway,
So
we're still trying
perhaps
to
we
find
should
poor
check the
people.
Underdark next.
we're in the
Yeah.
Underdark.
Oh, I thought we were on the upper part. Then what's the other side or the lower side of this map then?
That's the above ground area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then we should check above ground area.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's
Let's go to this one.
go around that one.
Yeah, frequently people. There's nothing wrong with like people on the lower end, but yeah, like, the grocery store is up here on the like above ground technically section. People usually just head over there. No, there's nothing wrong with the groceries there. It's just most people don't want to travel to the Underdark to deliver groceries. So, hi. But if you basically if you work in the Underdark, you probably live in the Underdark areas and just grocery shop above ground. And if you work in the above ground area, you probably like either living in the inn or basically doing some other above ground type area. You might be living in the Underdark too. We don't know.
I mean, considering the Underdark is usually a few miles underground, I'm just imagining them having to go walk multiple miles to get their groceries every day.
In fact, on the return trip, I say, in hindsight, being underground as a murderer would probably be a bad idea, because then the only way to escape the law is going off into one of the endless mazes and caves down there, which is not viable for most.
Unless they have the teleport spell.
Indeed.
This is true.
So is there
But-
this
Oh, go ahead.
alleyway? Is there a poor person?
Good question.
Yeah, I would say you find somebody rummaging through, like a trash can or something.
All right.
Yeah, what
I'm gonna
questions do you want?
bring I'm gonna bring the gnome over here.
Oh, yeah.
And tell him, hey, there's someone down here. You wanna talk to them?
Yep, I'm on it.
All right.
Greetings, my good sir. Tell me, I have a few coin pieces here, and would you be interested in telling me a little bit of information for the trouble?
What information are you wanting?
Tell me, have there been any new faces, aside from our own, coming by in the last 24 hours? Or, sorry, common tongue. The last 2 days.
Can't say that I really have. Of like, it's kind of more just like, what type of people are you looking for?
New faces. I'm looking for a certain individual who's come by in the last 2 days. Would look priestly in nature. I won't give you a name because I don't know it, but if you do see anyone, come find me. I will be in town for the next day or two. I slip him a few copper pieces.
All right.
Do I need to roll charisma or did it succeed?
If you're giving money, basically, it's just like it just depends basically on how much. So like, let's break that up. So how many copper are you giving? Because I assume you're just making.
Well, it depends. For the local economy, how much does it take for a single piece of bread?
10 gold.
10 gold. My goodness, this is like L.A.
We should
price.
really hit hard. Do you even know how much it is for health? Here.
Health insurance skyrockets here.
Yeah. Yeah, for reference, and a single gold piece actually goes to like a 1,000 copper.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, poor lifestyle. I think is like I think that's like 2 copper.
2 copper. So I will give him 20 copper. That should be enough to feed him for 2 days, and I'm requesting information for 2 days.
All right. So basically, he doesn't have any information just yet, but that's not to say he's not going to have any information later on.
Thank you. And if you know of any interesting happenings for an individual that doesn't exactly live here.
Oh, apparently it's 2 silver for a board per day.
To work
That
per
was
day?
copper for whatever reason.
Sorry, could you repeat that? It cut out a little.
Apparently it's 2 silver per day.
Per day. Okay, then probably 4 silver since it's for the next 2 days.
All right. So then you basically it is 754 gold and 96 silver that you have.
Okay,
Because I just transferred 1 gold to silver, basically.
gotcha. Gotcha. Well, actually, no. Let me make it a little more active. Is there any way for individuals like myself and my companions here to get money and information? I slip him another silver piece.
Okay. Um. It depends on what information you're wanting. And information on assassins, you kind of have to find one of the assassins. And if you're wanting police information, you're probably gonna have to be a cop. But you can visit over there as he points to the building with the sleeping bags in it that also has a character in it.
Gotcha.
Down here.
But yeah, like basically the police station.
Yeah.
Any other information? You probably would want to go and visit the inn as he points across the street, or the bar that's in the Underdark.
Thank you very much for your time. Once again, if you find anything new or relevant to the things I've asked previously, come find me. I should be in town for the next 2 days. I turn back. We have some leads. So, first stop should probably be the police station across the road, and then the inn afterwards. Hopefully we'll have more luck here than in the Underdark.
Understood.
My goodness.
I understand.
This is the most we've accomplished in so long.
Fair.
I lean down and let him
We
climb
have
back
someone who knows what they're doing. It's beautiful.
It's the gnomic inspiration at work.
So, yeah.
We should always have our pocket gnome with us.
And on our while we're walking towards the end, I feel like, man, it sure is nice not being able to, not needing to walk around. My tiny little legs don't go very far. In my last city that I was working in, they gave me the nickname Baby Legs. I was not a fan.
I didn't laugh in character. I was laughing at that.
No, it's
Yeah,
okay.
I go,
I slap him on the shoulder. Laugh, dude. It's a joke.
oh, okay.
I just say, don't say that around Wretched. He'll never forgive and never forget.
Yes, I bring our friendly gnome over here to the police station and bring him in.
While riding on the shoulders, I say, greetings, inn owner. Or, wait, you might not be an inn owner. Person who works here. Are you the owner?
He's the police chief.
She looks over at you judgmentally. It's like, do you not know where you are? Are you that lost?
Yes.
I wiggle my little legs and feel like, maybe?
I just turn to the gnome on my shoulders and I'm like, this is the police station. This is Mara. She's our police chief and also our captor.
I look between you and the police chief a few different times from you. Then the police chief will be like, my condolences.
She goes and says, at least they don't have the ranger with them right now. He's worse.
This is true.
I say, apologies. That was just to get you a little off balance to see if I could get you in a state of superiority while I come into this fair city and gather up information on my particular case. That being said, I probably should have came to you first. Sorry if I stepped on your toes, but it's important to recognize that I have very tiny feet and it would do barely anything.
She goes and says, so, you're police, right? Do you have a badge?
Sorry, it's back in the other inn on the other side of town.
PD.
Yeah, no,
Private
keep in mind, due to the eye, it would actually double as your badge.
Oh, okay. I would say this thing. I pull it out. Oh, wait. Quick dexterity. One
No,
second.
just like you just have the eye open and it just projects your badge, and she
Oh,
goes
okay.
and says like, if you're one of us, did you not realize you could just go and ask me for information via the eye, right?
But then my
think I've ever done
information
that
could have been
before.
tainted by bias. I need to ask the locals without any indication. Besides, the moment I walk in here, everyone says, "Oh, that person's associated with the guard. I can't tell them anything." So I went out there first, gathered information, then came here.
Uh, she just looks over at you judgmentally, like, "Are you serious right now?"
It seems to be working so
I know
far.
they're
Biased.
always serious.
I just turn to him and say, "Don't worry, she's always like this."
She goes and snaps her fingers, Joker. You disappear as he falls. You end up over there, and she says, to you, best not to
I've
piss
seen
me
this
off,
before.
otherwise, I'll do that to you again, and for longer."
Acrobatic.
I just look at her and go, "That was a cool trick. Can you teach me?"
Uh,
That looks like a
I've
displacement.
seen snapping fingers. Where have I seen this before? This.
well, yeah, that's because Mara knows banishment.
Ah, yeah.
Wow.
I was banished to the disco realm. Got it.
Yes, you
So
were
I've got
banished in disco
I've got an afro now.
realm for a little bit.
So
It
now
would
I've got
make
an
sense
afro
that
as I
men-
come back.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm done.
It would make sense that management would know banishment.
Wow, you were temporarily laid off.
Yay!
Yeah, she goes and says, "I use that spell for particularly annoying people. After all, I can probably just banish them to something that they absolutely despise. That is unharmful, and so they'd never want to go there again, and will hopefully tell us all the information they know."
Not the Spanish dimension! No!
I mean, if they hate the Spanish people that much, they might as well talk. Otherwise, we can send them there again, and for longer.
Oh, you monster!
Spanish.
I am a digital being, and I care not for humanitarian things. And if it gets us the information, and it is not harmful, then it doesn't matter about what I do as long as it's within my power.
I can
He is
respect
a cop.
justice at a cost, but this seems extreme. Very well. I will not question it. It is your town. I will not judge. Please continue.
For the most part, she was done with that.
Yeah, I know, but the note is
Psychopath.
kind of forcing her to say stuff, and I look at her.
She goes and says, like, "Why do you want me to continue on?"
Well,
Mario.
I'm here trying to find a particular priest or murderer that's come in the last 24 hours. Have you seen anyone recently come into town that might fit that description?
Yeah.
She looks at you judgmentally. It's like, what description?
A priest. I thought that was plenty.
Do you know
So, like,
how little that narrows it down with this?
I know this is a religious city, but there's got to be at least some hierarchy that would recognize, hey, that priest isn't my usual priest.
I just look down to the gnome and say, "Look, here's the thing. Just saying a priest isn't enough because there's plenty of priests in town, and it would be better if we had a more descriptive description."
Oh, okay. I rummage in my pocket very quickly. Lean up and put it on the desk. This is his calling card. Has this popped up anywhere in your jurisdiction?
Wait a minute.
Let me check the computer and get back to you.
We have a computer?
She's right in front of a computer, yes.
No, the gnome was just very just not registering anything in front of them. Give me a look. I'm like, what?
So keep in mind, it will take some time for her to search through the entire database, even though she is an AI.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna turn to our new friend and say, in the meantime, while we're waiting, would you like to see some magic tricks? I am a street magician after all.
Ooh, that does sound interesting, but perhaps we should do this outside. If we, passers-by think it entertaining enough, you might get some spare coin in the effort.
Ah, this is a good idea. Thank you. And I walk outside and get ready.
And to be fair, you also have a license for this now.
Yes, I do. Apparently, there's a license.
Wait, Lucas, was it a license or a permit that you needed?
Permit.
Okay, yeah,
Permit.
he has a permit.
Yes, I've got a permit now.
Yeah.
Normally, you gotta go
now
to a
I
nail
can do
salon
this
for that.
legally. I can do this legally now.
Indeed.
I look at you with a raised eyebrow. Legally? Wait, you did it illegally?
Well, surprisingly enough, apparently there is a law against doing street magic without a permit.
Now, is the permit for like a troop that you operate under, or just you?
Just you.
Just me.
Dang it!
However, I'm assuming if I ever find an assistant, I will probably need to get them to get a permit as well.
Then you'll need the assistant permit, then the assistant to the assistant permit.
Well, no, there'd only be one
have an
assistant.
assistant.
There'd only be one assistant.
Only one assistant. It's called the assistant to the assistant permit that allows you to get an assistant.
Ah.
And then a permit to fire that assistant just in case that first assistant gets on the other assistant's bad side.
No, there's only one assistant.
Yeah.
But I want to be the assistant to the regional manager.
Allows you to have an assistant. Then you need an assistant permit to be able to legally hire an assistant, and then that assistant needs an assistant permit that allows them to be an assistant in the position of an assistant to help a main person.
It's confusing. It's a whole system, and it's just confusing. But it's necessary apparently.
It sounds a little arbitrary, but okay.
It's what happens when you let the mine eaters or whatever the fuck they're called make the laws.
Like those accursed mine goblins. I'm familiar with them.
Mine goblins, yeah.
Goblin.
Anyways, so I pick up my hat off my head and I reach in and grab a deck of cards that I had in the house that I pull things from to the thing that I can do with my hat.
Uh-huh.
I pull a deck of cards out and I fan them out and say, pick a card, any card.
I take a quick look around and I point towards a local fisherman stand. That card over there.
Okay, that was good.
Yeah, that was indeed good. Yeah.
It's like, okay, fine. I picked the one farthest on the left.
Okay. All right. Now memorize that card.
Uh-huh.
And I want you to put your signature on it.
Okay.
I hand him a marker.
I just put a giant R on it.
Okay. Now put it back in the deck.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take the deck, shuffle it, and then put it back in the hat. And then I'm gonna reach behind his head, and because I've actually been using like a different kind of method to get this to work. The card actually shows up in my hand, and I pull it out and say, "Was this your card?" Showing him the card that's got the R on it. Wait, wouldn't I have to roll performance on it?
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
well, unless
performance.
you're yeah, performance.
Okay. Hey, perfect.
And it
I'm
is
good.
performed to a T.
Yes.
That is very impressive. That could definitely. Did it catch the attention of anyone walking by?
You get a few collabs, and then go and get 3 Electrum.
Nice.
Nice.
Hey, I just come up behind you and said, "Do you have a permit for rolling a natural performance?"
Uh, wait a minute! Don't you need a permit to do any performance that includes jokes? Oh no, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, but if they're a certain level of good, you need another permit for that.
Good point.
Because then it
Uh,
becomes a public disturbance.
All right,
So you
then.
need a performance public disturbance.
What about flipping a coin? That's not technically any showboating or games. I pull out a coin.
If you do it good enough, you still need a permit for it for being a public disturbance performance.
I find your performance to be very disturbing.
I show him my permit for it.
Dang it, he's got me.
I go, this is our neighborhood Karen. Well, our friendly group's Karen. Yes, this is the one that will always have a snide remark and try to get
Yes.
in trouble for no reason.
That is okay roll, I guess.
Different. I'm surprised you guys didn't just like head over to a different location while waiting.
All right, we should probably head over towards the inn and speak with the inn owner.
Ah, yes, this is true. Sorry for the distraction.
Nonsense. That was very entertaining.
Thank you.
I have a few tricks myself, but apparently I need a permit.
Yes, apparently you do.
We've
Anyways.
established you need a permit for everything.
I snap my
Yeah.
fingers away. What if I'm invisible? Then technically I could do whatever I want and not be a disturbance. No one could see me.
Have your permit for being invisible in public?
Well, I mean, he'd have to see me in order for that to work. If he could see me, that would be a bad invisibility spell.
The eyes can go and detect with yeah, they can do a
Invisibility?
thermal style thing. So like technically they would be if they really wanted to, they could see thermal to where like they could see an invisible person compare it to like the actual regular view.
I scuff my boot and I say, it takes all the fun out of it.
Yeah. Anyways,
Nerd.
I kneel down and say, "All right, we're going over to the inn. Hop on."
All right, let's go. Onward to justice!
Yeah. I bring him over to the inn and bring him in.
More. Oh.
I say, boo!
What?
You brought me in to the inn?
Oh, come on! I wasn't even intending that. And besides, boo is only approval from a ghost.
Very well. I find that a little semantic, but it works.
Anyways, I got into the building and I
I say, whoa, hold up. We're down a man.
Yes.
Where is he?
We're down a man. Ah, yes, we're down a man. He's still at the police station. Don't worry about him.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll catch up eventually.
I'd like to roll investigation to get a size of the inn owner. Metaphorically.
I keep forgetting that I can't do slashes. I probably should change that key based off how much it needs slashes.
Dang it! I determined nothing. He's an inn owner. That's pretty much it. Or And the person who works there.
An owner is an inn owner. Yes.
I am the best detective ever.
The
you've
inn owner is
accomplished
also part horse.
part horse.
I-
Which part?
The lower half.
I
he's
go
not
up to the
BoJack
counter and I'm
Horseman.
saying, I have a few questions, but I'm sorry if I caught you at a bad time. You have a very long face at the moment.
Oh, dear God, no.
The innkeeper says, like, is that supposed to be a pun or something?
Nah, it's just punishment on my part. I'm cursed, you see. Don't worry about it. Anyway, nice to meet you. How can
Like,
I'm trying to find certain individuals that's been in the past day or two, and I'm looking for a priest. Have there been any new priests renting out a room?
I think there have been a few priests. Why?
I have a few questions for the certain individual I'm looking for. How many priests? Has there been more than one in the last 24 hours?
Um,
There's been two.
Two priests. Oh, well, that's easy one. Are either of them in at the moment? I'd like to ask them a few questions.
One checked out. Yeah, like you said to them like last 2 days, right?
Yeah, last 2 days.
One of them checked out yesterday.
That's unfortunate. And the other?
The other is out and about at the moment.
Could you, if I were to bring either of these two priests back, would you be able to identify them?
I probably could.
I'm gonna look
Very well.
towards I'm gonna look towards him and say, towards the gnome on my shoulders, and I'm gonna say, the one thing I should mention though, don't we need a warrant to do any kind of like interrogation or something like that?
Whoa. Who said anything about an interrogation? I'm just asking some questions. Like, how are you? How's the weather today? Is your family doing good? That's good. Yeah. Have you
The
done
eye
any
also
murders?
the eye also goes and says like, you actually can interrogate. It's just that they're not obligated to tell you. They're not obligated to answer any of your questions without you having a warrant.
My point exactly.
Hmm. You wouldn't happen to know the priest that's still in town. You wouldn't happen to know where he was going, would you?
Not particularly.
I say thank you for your time. I then look around from the guy. I say, move forward just a little bit. I can't see.
Understood. Move over here and set him down.
Okay, I use investigation to see if there's any like rats or signs of pests in the building. Let's see, investigation.
Why are you trying to do this?
Well, I can talk to animals. I'm gonna get intel.
Oh, true. Yeah.
I can also do that with a spell.
Nice, good. We need more points of information. So, are there any pests or animals here?
Oh, no, it's animal friendship I have. Never mind.
It's fine. I can talk to them.
It could still help.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can befriend them. That should make it easier to talk to them. Yeah.
Exactly.
High or low?
Oh, it's the second one. The second one is the most
high or
useful.
low.
The 5 is when I was trying to determine the inn owner.
No, he's saying to call high or low for the role he's about to do.
Yeah.
Hi.
All right. Yeah, you do see a few animals that might go and be of use.
I mean, are we talking like pets or are we talking pests?
Yeah. Like there seems to be a few pets, basically.
Pets. Okay. Then I'd like to go to the. Well, now when you say pets, as in multiple, are we talking like cats and dogs, or something a little more mystical on this side of the iris?
I would say probably a bit more normal. So like things like cats, dogs, birds, etc., etc. Not things such as like pseudo dragons.
All right,
I forget
then
what else would be a magical type pet.
let's speak. Oh, we want someone with high intelligence, a lot of time on their hands, and cares about who comes into their territory. That's either a certain behavioral of a cat or a dog who likes to think that this is their domain. So I go to the nearest dog and say, or first I cast animal speech on myself. Can I cast that on other people or just myself? I always forget with that one.
Let me take a look. Uh, uh, uh.
I think because it's a racial based thing, it might just be on myself.
I'll be right back though.
Okay.
Uh, Actually, I don't think that. I don't think that that's used to go and like I actually talk with them. I think that's more to be like, uh, hey, a little cat over here. Can you go follow that person?
You can talk to them. It's just whatever information that they might know would be just important to them, not necessarily other people.
Well, yeah, but like if you look at speak with small beasts, it says through sounds and gestures, you can communicate simple ideas. Uh,
Hmm.
so
I can still work with that.
yeah.
All right, then. Oh, he said he'd be right back, so we'll wait till he gets back before I start my questioning.
I mean, you still can go, and we can just update him once he gets back.
Then I go up to the dog and I say, there. Oh wait, dang it. Before that, I turn back around towards the inn owner. Which room is the priest that's still in town last in?
Um, they go and point on to that one.
All right, I go over to the dog and say, "Excuse me, could you follow a scent of an individual who just came out of this room?"
Uh,
That would be charisma thing because I'm trying to ask him to do something, right?
well, part of it would be also like, does he even know the scent?
Well, I mean, if the door's right there, he could probably pick the scent off from the person who was in there.
Fair.
Especially if the dog has been here the whole time, it probably smells whoever comes in and out. It's his domain, or his or her. Don't know what the dog's gender is because it's a dog. I'm not going to check.
True. Uh, uh, yeah, that's it. I'd say that it probably shakes its head. Yes.
Wait a minute, is that the right one, or is it a different thing that I roll for persuasion of animals? Is that nature?
I'm back.
No, like charisma would basically be fine. Um,
Animal handling?
no, he's try. He can. He's trying to go and get it to do something specific.
Well, not too specific. Just follow a scent.
Oh, apparently you don't have like yeah, for you a straight up charisma roll would basically be the same thing as rolling persuasion anyway.
Oh, right. He needs to cast befriend animal before I do it, so I have advantage.
Uh,
So does that mean I just press it again and we just take the highest?
he actually has animal friendship, so like it's more just like, oh hey, that leopard or lion over there is going to be trying to murder you. Okay, let me go and use animal friendship and make it so that it's not going to try to murder us as we mean it no harm. It's not necessarily convincing a creature to actually uh, do things and instead it just has no will to do anyway.
Okay, so does my charisma rolled like the lowest possible, but it is still 6. Is that enough to persuade the dog?
No.
Okay, then I do I have any rations on my person?
Probably do. You probably have like 10.
Okay, move my hand to my pocket, pull out a piece of bread. Be like, would you be interested if I gave you a Scooby snack?
uh, I like how you just say Scooby Snack.
It's gnomish stuff. He wouldn't know, but it's a snack. He understands snack.
Scooby snack. A Nomi snack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know he's snack.
Gnomy snack, yeah.
It's just a gear-shaped hot dog.
Mm-hmm.
The dog shakes his head no.
How about 2 Scooby snacks?
No, he snacks, but it thinks a little bit, but still shakes his head no.
Hmm.
You drive a hard bargain. How about 3?
Come on, boy. Help me out here. I'm trying to take a bite out of crime. I don't have any dog jaws. Very well. If you won't help, do you know one of these pets around here that might?
It shakes his head no again.
I inform the rest of my party members of what the dog said. While I don't think he'll leave the inn, he might still point him out if we bring him back here. So we can either stake out the place and wait for him to come back, or we can try asking the people near the inn if they've seen anything.
That's up to you all.
I think it might still be away. We're still waiting for a return.
Fair.
Do, 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 do.
Do you guys want to do anything else while waiting for Joker to get back?
Die silent.
I say, I go up to the inn owner. How much is a bath?
How much is what?
A bath. I see he's got baths back there. I'm a deductive genius. How much is a bath?
It just want a bath itself that would be 2 gold.
Come back.
It's pricey. How much is a room in a bath?
5?
And how long is that room checked out for 5 gold? That's a lot of money.
It's checked out for a day.
It is a fair day, but maybe later. Oh, right. I got to bring it up to speed. We spoke with the dog. The dog said he wouldn't leave the inn. But we have 2 options through just deductive reasoning. We can either stake out the inn and wait for the priest to come back and have the dog confirm that was the priest in that room, or we can the people around the inn and see if they've seen anything.
Gotcha. Well, I assume we could probably stake out the inn. And, yeah. But we'd need a warrant first.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. What was that?
Sorry, I mean cookies.
Are you stealing the inn owner's cookies? Oh,
No,
they're out on the desk. They're probably for everyone. I grabbed one as well.
I'm actually eating cookies.
Yeah, Joker stole cookies totally.
Do it.
Anyway.
No, in real life, I
no,
stole cookies. These are my cookies. Fuck you.
Sure, let's go with that. Anyway, but no, I was saying that sure we can do a stakeout at the inn, but the problem is we would need a warrant. I'm pretty sure.
Like I said, we could just simply ask them, oh, hey, you've been here. We get a visual on the individual. We can ask him how long he's been here. But whether or not he answers us will be his prerogative. So long as we approach him just as travelers and not as professional capacity as a cop, we'll be fine.
I mean, to be fair, it also depends whether or not the innkeeper lets you just loiter around his place.
I'm a gnome. I can fit in very tiny spots.
But he is right.
So you're saying we should pursue both paths? Well, are there any inn or patrons of the inn within sight, or is everyone in their rooms and out and about?
I'd say everybody is probably either in their room or just out and about.
Let's see. There was one other lead that was mentioning about assassins, but your boss didn't mention anything about that. Only other solution is different spots in which we could stake out the inn. We need to go around the inn, see where they could potentially enter from. Just because there's a front door doesn't mean it's the only way in.
Right. But again, we need to, like Gordon said, we need to get permission first from the innkeeper.
No, you can technically scope out the inn and without like a permit.
Yeah, it's going into the inn and interrogating that would require that. Although we are right next door to the police station, how long does it normally take to get a warrant?
Usually it's about a day because you have to go to like a court. Remember?
No,
Yeah.
I don't remember. I'm a new guy in town.
Oh, true. Well, like warrants kind of like come from like the real world. Basically, like you have to go and get judge approval. They usually sign off like yes, you can, like you have just cause to investigate this. Similar to how like they have permission to like look at the financial records, and also the bank information of the church in town.
Yeah.
But they don't have much. They don't have like. Well, yeah, they also have permission to search the premises of the church, but they don't have permission to like search individual houses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right. Then one thing before we leave the inn, I turn back to the inn owner. I recognize that you need to maintain the privacy of your patrons, but I'm in search of a particular individual in an ongoing case. If I were to bring a sketch artist, and would you be willing to sketch out the likeness under the official orders of a warrant? Would you be comfortable with that?
That's fine.
Very well. Then I will start the paperwork with that. I appreciate your time and your patronage. And I will see if I get messy enough to want a bath. Thank you and have a good day.
I kneel down and let him back on.
I hop on.
All right. Onward.
Okay, next step, backtrack to your boss and start the warrant process.
Understood. I bring him back.
Ellen.
Yo, boss lady, we need a warrant.
Boss lady. Yo, boss lady. Yo, what's up?
What's up, boss lady?
That was good. That was
She
good.
goes and says, "A warrant for what?"
A warrant to do the law's work.
Yeah, you're gonna need.
Do you know how little that narrows it down?
Fine. I have potential leads on the inn, and the inn owner is open to making a sketch of the two priests that came in under the lawful ordinances of a warrant. This is just making sure that he maintains credible public relations, that he's keeping his incomers and ingoers under proper protection.
I didn't command.
Sorry, what was that?
Maria just looks at you judgmentally and says, like, "You do realize that, well, yes, I could start the paperwork. If they're willing, and it is a crime to lie to you, for one, but two, if somebody's willing, you don't need a warrant."
While that may be the case, people will be less willing to frequent his inn, and potentially scatter potential witnesses. By doing it this way, I need time to scope out the inn anyway. So this will cover us both legally and under the guise that we're doing the paperwork. I can still not question, ask a few things of people that go in and out of the inn.
And
Also, can you believe the guy tried to charge me 2 gold for a bath? That's so much.
they go, Maria just looks at
Like-
you and says, like, "That's about typical price. What do you mean?"
You only need 2 silver for a day of food. 2 gold for a bath is highway robbery.
I just look at you and go, you haven't seen anything yet.
I mean, for 2 gold, that better be holy water.
Health
I
potion.
repeat, you haven't seen anything yet. Did we tell them about the cars?
No, I don't think we have.
Oh,
No, I
please.
said, should we? Let's just say they're, for the most of the time, they're expensive.
Yeah.
But there is every now and again a chance that the car dealership will slip up and give us everything is 99% off sale.
No, it's like every once in a while I'll slip up and it's like, "Come on down to the We Hit Our Boss Mega Sale, where everything's at least 90% off. We hate our boss so much, we're going to give a bunch of these cars away basically for free. Come on down, get your car today, and make our boss have an utter nightmare."
Hey,
I mean,
I love nightmares.
is it the common trope where they will uptick the price by like 1,000% and it's still technically 90% off, but it's still super expensive?
No, like it actually, like basically if it's like, for example, like if it's supposed to be a 500 platinum, they might sell it to you for like 50 to like 5 platinum.
That's too expensive. Too much.
Considering the full price, that's worth it.
Really cheap.
Yeah, it's dirt cheap to go and get something, and that is 500 plat for like 5 plat, maybe 50 plat, depending on how much I screwed up.
Yeah.
I was just in a few towns over. Your economy is all well, it's something mildly rude.
Yeah. It's also mildly confusing.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, is that enough information to begin the process of the warrant?
She looks at you judgmentally. It's like, yeah, wasn't supposed to be starting it yet?
Well, I mean, I'm still going to ask around, but that's not under the guise of the warrant. It's just getting our bases covered for when we need to be a bit more invasive.
I mean, yeah,
I
but she
look
was
at
already.
Mara and say,
She
when have
was.
we ever
She said her.
operated illegal or illegally?
No, you don't understand. I say invasive while steepling my fingers.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I mean, to be fair, like you said, she was starting the warrant process, like when you first mentioned it.
Very efficient. Very well. So we'll continue our investigations. Oh, before I forget, are there any leads on potential assassins' dens nearby?
And she goes and points lines over to the Underdark. Check over there. I think that there's a few like a couple rows of houses down from the bank.
We just came from the Underdark. It took us hours to get up that lift.
No, actually, this part is basically just level. So they quite literally just mined into a mountain, basically.
Oh, okay. So it's just discount has it. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate your assistance. Unless anything you'd like to convey before we go, my fellows?
Who's taking what door?
I will be taking the adorable.
Oh gosh.
Sorry. Apologies.
As I said,
It's okay.
this is
Chalk it
Jadjo,
up to the
guy.
curse. I'll chalk it up to the curse. Anyway.
I mean, I'm very tiny. If anyone's going to have it, it will be me.
And these jokes are a door to hell.
Mm-hmm.
So where do you guys
who's
go
taking
now?
what exit to the inn? Are we still staking it out?
Yes.
Actually, first question, I move over here, and then I move in here. Is there a window here?
She goes and says, "Is there any reason why you feel the need to go to a jail cell?"
Yeah, but is there a window?
Closes
I
and
mean,
locks
yeah.
the door.
And I look out that window. I'm looking at the inn. Are there any entrances or exits to the inn on that side?
No.
I mean, there's a toilet right here. Where is that sewage going? Is it going underground?
Yeah.
And so we have a sewer system. Has anyone checked the sewer yet?
You are welcome to check the sewer.
I got, as a powerful warlock, I got imps for that. Speaking of which, Impy! I scream, and is my imp close enough to get back to me with its potential findings in that trash heap?
Probably not. It'll probably take a few turns.
It's been quite a few turns. We came from the Underdark and did all that.
True.
I think that's enough.
Yeah, but now it
Enough
needs to
then.
travel back up the Underdark. That's a few mile journey, my man.
Yeah, but it has wings and can be invisible. He could just ride with someone else.
This is true.
I'm just imagining some poor sop is like having his backpack of groceries, just walking back up, and he's going, "Why is it heavier today?"
Yeah, and also some creepy disembodied breathing happening just behind him.
He's like, "I think it's cursed. I really should start going grocery shopping in the Underdark again." I know all
The boss
houses
lady's
give
looking
a
at me and
special
I'm like,
motion.
what? At least it's not the aberration.
There's an
Like
aberration.
I said nothing. You heard nothing.
I'm not guilty. I'm not admitting shit.
Oh dear.
This is delightful.
Uh, so where are you guys heading now as you wait for the ant to get back up?
All right, let's divide up the duties. There's two alleys on either side of the inn. There's a front door. We got to make sure that there's no way in or out, and the only way that I can see that isn't through the front door is through the sewer system. There's 2 toilets and a bath, an expensive bath. So
the imp gets
To be fair, you probably would not have known about the other toilet, nor about that original toilet.
There's no emergency fire exit to this place.
ooh, someone's gonna get in trouble with the permit guy.
Yeah, that's a grudging. Writes it in the book.
Ooh, that's a good idea. You, the permit guy can go in there, chat up the front lobby, say, "Hey, do you have a permit for this lack of fire exit?" And he can keep an eye on the inside while the rest of us case the joint around the outside.
I'm just asking about every permit they're supposed to have. I'm like, this is a surprise inspection.
Let's just say by the end of it, your affinity with the owner will be in the negatives.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
What permits are you wanting to know about the keeper, Lucas?
All of them.
Oh God.
No, like
Every
which one
permit
specifically?
they should
And you say,
have.
what is the maximum number of pets you're supposed to have in here? There's way too many pets.
Do you have the permit for connecting your bathroom to the septic system or the?
And where is the off drain from your baths going?
You have a permit for having that chair. I get to see
That would
it.
be a furniture permit. That's included in the end.
The owner says,
Yeah,
I won't
that's
stand for
included in
this.
it.
I gotta sit down.
Do you have the permit for sitting down while you're being inspected for your permits?
You inspect me sitting, don't you?
No, I'm standing.
All right, so I go down this alley. Who's got the other alley?
I'll take it.
I'm just
All right.
the whole time also complaining about how I have to do this.
Investigation, go!
Yes.
Yeah!
investigation.
What are you trying to
Give me
find?
a second.
Oh, I'm investigating the alley. Like if there's any weak points, potential openings, windows, any way that they could get in that isn't through the front door.
As am I.
I'll do the same.
They probably do have a couple windows, basically.
I don't notice shit.
Similar
I'm
to
just-
how you guys got out to fight the Goose Hydra.
Ah, yes.
And now, how big are those openings? Are they big enough for, say, a 3-foot tall person to get in, or do they have to be smaller?
Maybe.
What do you mean? Maybe
Well-
I'm looking right at it.
True, yeah. Like it also depends about like from the inside or like from the outside, basically.
Let's
Yeah.
say from the outside in. Since we're on the outside anyway, we could best judge it from that perspective anyway.
How do you want to go and try getting into it?
No. Just if I would fit through, like if there's enough boxes nearby that I could climb up and get through a window or something like that. I'm not going to actually do it. That'd be breaking and entering. Boss lady would be most displeased.
True. Oh, plus, stupid. Your eyes record your crimes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just looking at a wall. I don't know what it's talking about.
There does seem to be places you can break in into if you needed to.
And is there a way to reinforce it so then other people couldn't? Like, put boxes in front of potential weak points so then they can't break in or out?
Do you have a permit for that?
Hey, this is speculation. I'm not doing anything.
You're really
Yeah,
trying to
that's
go
speculation.
and do like an invisible rod thing here.
I'm just making sure that if we find the perpetrator, he goes in the end, we cover the front entrance, he can't get out. But again, speculation. If it is possible, I'll take it under advisement. If it isn't possible, then we'll have to have just as many people watching those entrances to intercept if they do try to make a break for it.
one issue you might run into as well is you might have to go and fight them solo.
They
True.
just need to buy 1 or 2 rounds of time for the rest of us to get in position.
True, because you contact through the eye.
Yeah, this is technically is not dividing up the party. This is casting a net.
This is actually, yeah, I can see that working.
Yeah, especially since we're within verbal distance. So long as we can all maintain contact, we can work with this.
I would like to point out that if you go and look at the I one, it does this so you can that you have the infinite range telepathy.
Oh yeah,
basically.
we'll definitely use that. It's just if we need to reinforce each other, we're within 1 or 2 turns of assisting.
Fair.
Especially with if the banish guy manages to banish him, that will buy him just enough time for the rest of us to get all around him.
True.
But again, these are speculations. So first, is there any way to block or hinder or prevent people from breaking in or out of the inn on my side?
There don't seem to be any viable ways.
That would break that wouldn't break laws. Okay, gotcha. What about I express this to the rest of the team. What does your investigation hops?
Oh yeah, what does mine show up at, or what was my results?
Mm,
Was it pretty much the same, or was it slightly different? Maybe. Like, is there something along the lines of what he was talking about on my side?
I think he's doing
not
rolls.
really anything on your side.
Okay,
So more of the same on your side. Got it.
Yeah.
gotcha.
To be fair, I didn't necessarily say that they didn't break laws. It's just no viable ways, such as like, for example, easily movable boxes that kind of don't really stop them from getting out, or just boxes that might go and be immovable, but if you try to place them there, they'll just fall down to the ground. Basically,
Yeah.
it's things like that that you would find over there. So not necessarily things that like oh yeah, no, if you place this thing here, it's illegal. More just things that like, yeah, you can, but doesn't really do anything.
But there are
Well,
boxes here. We are next to the police station, so I guess them having resources outside is a little more secure than it would be in the Underdark.
I'm thinking that it would be more like what he's saying is there's cardboard boxes, and then if there's any even remotely heavy boxes, they could easily be pushed back down.
Well,
If
more
stacked
like
on
they
top.
wouldn't stay up there.
Yeah.
So like they're either
So
easily movable to where like they don't stop the person, or they are just like too big to fit on the ledge, and so like the moment you try to fit them on the ledge, they'll just fall right off.
Gotcha.
yeah.
Follow-up
So
question. Is this a 1-story or 2-story building?
I would say 2.
2. And is the second story just like attic, or is it another set of rooms?
You see that there's like a one window up there, but you're not sure about what it is. Joker, for reference, you do not see a window on your side.
I message
Okay.
into the guy on the inside asking about the permits. Ask him if he has a permit for those load-bearing trusses on the inside.
I think
Oh, sorry. The beams need to be strong enough to support a second story, and there's only one window. So he's asking indirectly if the second story is for commercial use, for people coming in renting out rooms, or if it's for personal use, the inn owner.
The inn owner
I'm
would
trying to
say probably at some point that yeah, the second floor is basically just them. So like it's
Yeah.
storage, just where they sleep normally, wherever they like
Get a
rent
little
out all the
suspicious of
rooms
this
and
inn owner.
yeah.
Ask him how long has he been working at this inn. That's a nonchalant, non-threatening answer or question.
Uh, they've been working there for a few years.
Few years. Any partners? Any children?
No,
Anyone that you've been friends with? Someone that could say, "Hey, this person's been here for a long time."
nobody really that crossed their mind. They literally just been basically like there and working.
Okay, and you tell me what he said. I sprint waddle my way back into the police station and say, "Hey, do you know the inn owner next door? Has he been there for a while?"
They're gonna say like, uh, for the most part, yeah, I haven't seen a new inn owner recently. If
And
they
does
are,
he have any kids or children, or any partners or children?
if they said yes, then it's probably a mimic. So no.
Hmm.
Oh, they said no.
Okay, that's pretty much the same thing he told me. I just needed to double check. The fact that he doesn't have any alibi, despite being a central figurehead in the town, in an inn, and no one can corroborate how long he's been there, was a bit suspicious. So, since you were a neighbor, I thought you'd know. So, I appreciate the information.
I mean, to be fair, you didn't actually ask anybody else.
Nonsense. Well, I did. I just asked the boss lady, so she knew, and so now I know. Okay. Next step, asking him. Oh, sorry. Before I leave, where's the entrance to the nearest sewer?
She looks at you like you're crazy.
Crazy like a gnome.
She also says, "Why?"
Sewage inspection. Make sure everything's working out down there. Yep. Nothing unusual there.
We're not sewer inspectors. What
No,
are you on?
the permit guy needs to double check to make sure the permits line up with what's necessary to go down there. Yeah. So where does someone enter the sewers from?
She points
Come
in the middle of the street.
I should have known. Thank you. Waddle my way back out. Is my imp nearby?
Probably, yeah. At that point,
Okay, real quick. Imp, do you have any shinies or cool things from that trash pile you're looking through?
it goes and has a couple of necklaces, and like probably about 1 gold.
Oh, sweet. Nicely done, Imp. I got a reward for you. I point towards the nearest sewer grate. You get to go investigating again.
It just looks at you like, "Are you for real?"
Oh, come on. You get to make creepy noises in a sewer. They're going to be talking about you for days, years, maybe.
You get to mess with people in the sewer. Give them an Aztec death whistle, so that way anybody in the sewer is just going to have a bad time.
So, like, yeah, and then after someone flushes their or whatever the drainage system is, it's all like you can whisper deep from the underdark. Carrots. Why is it always carrots? They don't even eat carrots.
That would
It-
probably be from me. Because
It seemingly annoyed just goes down there.
Okay, and I say to him as he's going down there invisibly, because I'm everyone else around me just sees me shouting at a sewer intake. They're like, Your job is to just see if there's any way to get into the inn from your perspective. If not, don't cause any issues. Wink, wink. And then I cover it back up. I say the winking out loud. I don't do it. I say wink. I say, the sewer is now covered, guys.
Okay. And I message Lucas's character saying, "Hey, how goes the false permit questioning?"
What do you mean false permit questioning?
Wait, you're
Permits are
actually
very
asking
important.
about permits?
Yeah, I'm still asking about permits. I'm actually doing an inspection right now.
You showed him the inspection permit that you have, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's the first step. Okay, good.
This is a surprise inspection. I'm doing everything from the bed length to everything.
Remember to ask him about the sanitation permits for the bath. You might have to test that out. Make sure
Oh,
everything's
we've already
working
gotten
well.
that.
Okay, good.
She really doesn't like me now.
Yeah.
I've been complaining the whole time about how I have to do this too.
Yeah.
Oh, inspect the bathrooms next. I need
It
to
doesn't help that I keep having to show her my permits for being able to ask these questions. So it's just double the time that we've had to spend on this.
Oh, check
Dude,
if we have
they're
a...
also complaining about you complaining about it and still doing it.
I'm like, yeah, well, I have a permit for this. And unfortunately, I need the permit to do the permit, but I don't have the permit that allows me not to do this. They wouldn't give it to me.
And I'm
And
just
yes,
gonna message...
I make her realize that we have a permit for actually just skipping this whole process and saying we did it, but they won't give the permit for it because they've never actually issued it. The permit exists, they just never issued the permit to any cop.
I believe
They
it.
gave it to one goblin named Billy Joe. But he was
Please tell
not
me
a
he's-
cop.
Please tell me he's not a mind goblin.
No.
Okay, good.
Just a regular goblin that somehow got the permission for this permit, but has no other permit to his name.
Mm.
And then he's just in the extra-dimensional prison with Wretched.
Yes. Billy
And-
Joe is the only holder of the permit that allows you to skip the checking of the permits.
I'm just gonna
He
message
doesn't
him
actually
through
have
my...
the right to check permits. He doesn't have that permit. He just has the permit that allows him to skip them.
I'm gonna message Lucas through my eye saying, make sure you check to make sure that the beds are nice and cozy, because they don't want to have any back problems for their customers. You know what I mean?
Oh, yep, that's the coziness permit.
Yep.
Yeah, you can stake out the inside from there. Yeah,
What do
While
you mean
also
take out?
doing
I'm
your
doing
inspection.
permits.
exactly. Yeah, and if there's a disturbance at night, it is your duty to find out what it is.
Anyway,
So where do you guys go now?
Well,
I'm actually... Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, now that we're all in position, we wait for the priest to get back. But sorry, you guys go ahead. That I'm set. I'm ready.
Oh, well, I was going to say, I'm actually going to go to the far end of the, well, not the very far end of the alley, but like to right about here, so I'm at least submerged in somewhat darkness. And I'm going to cast greater invisibility on myself to make sure that, like, I'll cast it when there's motion,
Right. Yeah.
and that way I can be hidden and still be able to keep my eyes peeled in case
Keep in
someone comes
mind,
my way.
keep in mind, I think that is also like a spell slot for only a minute.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh,
that
All right.
was a waste of getting a spell then.
It will have its time.
Yeah.
Time to shine.
That's true. True.
yeah, like it definitely will be useful in time. I'm just letting you know that's probably not going to be the most useful when it's a undisclosed amount of time that you're needing to wait.
Understood.
Uh,
Um.
I mean, obviously you could go
All
and
right.
check
Well,
out other
yeah.
places while waiting, but yeah.
Wait. I'm gonna do unseen servant then.
Do you
So
have
that
a
way
permit
I
for
have
that?
that way I have a little helper to scout places out while it's invisible, because I'm not invisible, it is. And also help keep watch.
Fair, it would be a spell slot for an hour.
Can it be longer if no, it's not. Okay. So I was gonna say, can it be longer if I cast a higher spell slot, but then it's not saying that that would work. So,
No.
but I'll still do it anyway. I'll cast that.
All right. While we're killing time, I asked to the permit guy, "Is there any law preventing me from just firing cantrips into the air?"
Yes, you need you need a light show permit for that.
I sigh heavily, start slow walking back into the police station. I feel like, "I'd like a permit for a light show thing,
Get
please."
a temp permit. It's easier to get
The what?
Yeah, that one. That one.
a temp permit.
Can you say that again, Lucas?
A temporary permit. A temp permit.
A temporary entertainment permit.
Fair. Uh, uh, she just goes and hands you one and says, like, this is for the permit guy. We usually just keep these to shut him up.
Yeah.
Hey, if I can do my thing and not get harassed, yes, I'll do it. I'll take it. So I pick one of them up. Go back outside. Be like, "Huh, I wonder how loud an Eldritch Blast is." Aim it straight up. Not aiming at anything, just straight up, and I let one loose. How loud is it?
Not loud at all because it's just Eldritch whispering the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, really? On Baldur's Gate thing, that sounds like a pistol.
Well, yeah, but in D&D, it's also a spell, so, like, for the most part, it doesn't really need sound effects. It does split into, like, two different bolts, so it's basically, like, essentially a V of, like, electricity kind of going up in the air because it doesn't have a target.
Right.
It could be like crackling, but yeah.
And I think at level, what level does it become 3? I know it becomes
11.
3 at 11. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And it becomes 4 at 17.
I rather than potentially ruin my cover, I stopped doing that. But I'm going to keep the permit and just keep my eyes open for anything suspicious.
Right.
Anybody else going doing anything? At least while you guys wait.
Nope. I'm just
I'm
sitting
pretty
there,
sure I've
just
asked her
getting
all the
ready.
questions, so I just head back to the guys and say, okay, what am I doing next? I thank her. I'm going to give her 10 gold as a sorry for the inconvenience of all this, because holy fuck, I hated this too. I just minus the gold for my thing, and then I'm just going to say have a nice day.
They go and say, if you hate this so much, please stop doing it, Dad.
I need a permit to stop doing it.
Then go get that permit.
They've only released it once to a goblin named Billy Joel.
Get it for Billy Joel then.
He's in an Eldritch prison. Damn, Billy Joel. Lucky.
They go into the Eldritch prison. I'm sure you can find a way there.
Don't goblins become imps when they get to the 9 hells?
He's not in the 9 hells.
Dang it.
Yeah. It's
He's
literally just
chilling
an
with
extra dimensional
Cthulhu.
prison.
He's chilling with Cthulhu.
And Wretched.
Yeah. I'm just imagining a goblin now playing Goldfish with Wretched and Cthulhu.
Or, and ironically enough, they're playing D&D inside D&D.
No, they're playing humans in offices.
No, they're playing dueling dice as in the extra dimensional prison.
Yeah, fair.
Funny enough, that's actually a real thing. I do have it.
Okay.
Uh,
But anyway.
But yeah,
I'm just.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay.
I was going to say we're in here for the long haul. Anyone want to check in on the surrounding shops while we keep an eye out?
I'm gonna have my unseen servant go check around.
I mean, you could just leave the unseen servant there and go check around and cause less chaos to the stalls.
Yeah, because the stalls will benefit from your charisma, whereas the unseen servant can only look.
Yeah.
This is true. So I'm gonna go over to the different places and check things out. So, like, for example, I'll start in here.
And she says hello.
I'm going to look at her and go, "Was it fate to meet you here?"
Who knows? This is a jewelry store after all. Who knows?
I'm gonna look at her and be like, you know, you have the most gorgeous eyes.
I see that you're a flirt. You probably are a bard.
Why, yes. I'm glad you noticed.
Falls fully into that category.
I'm going to try to, you know, astonish her with pulling a rose out of my hat and then hand it to her.
She takes the rose and says thank you.
And what would a gorgeous gem amongst gems be doing in this town?
And for me, I'm just doing business as usual.
Ah. Well, I can see that a lot of the items in this shop are quite lovely, but I think the most lovely thing in this shop is you.
I bet you say that to a lot of girls.
Actually, no, I don't. I don't get much chance. After all, I've never been so enchanted before. And I'm gonna then say, could you perhaps no, I mean not no, let me rephrase that. I'm gonna say, do you have a time that you get off of work?
That is technically never. I'm usually on the clock.
Ah, that's unfortunate. Because I was going to ask if you'd ever want to go maybe grab a cup of coffee. Maybe somewhere.
I usually don't do anything if I can do it myself.
Oh, so you can make your own coffee.
Indeed, I do.
Intoxicating. And then I'm gonna say, well, this has been fun. I hope that we can meet again sometime in the future. And maybe, actually, before I go, what's the most beautiful piece of jewelry you have in here besides yourself?
Hmm. I guess that depends on the person you're talking to.
Well, what would you pick?
Uh. Hmm. She goes as and finds and I'd say a necklace with a very beautiful sapphire inside of it.
Ah, this is gorgeous. But you know who would be even more beautiful wearing this?
Who?
Well, I'm looking right at her.
Uh,
I'm actually surprised there's been like no charisma rolls from this.
I mean, it also depends about like
DM's just letting him cook.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cause like that's the thing, right? Like, I you don't technically have to do specific roles unless you're specifically wanting persuasion and type stuff to happen. Like the
True.
roles are usually more for like contest type stuff.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm gonna ask her, how much is this necklace? Pray tell.
uh, well, it's made with the gem from a sapphire dragon, and so it's worth about 500 gold.
I say, such a price is trivial to me, but you are priceless. And I drop 500 gold and say, this is enough, I suppose, to pay for it. So that is now yours. Consider it a gift from a passing bard. And I'm gonna subtract the 500.
Uh,
There.
she also goes and says, "Well, Talio's already mine anyway, but I guess that means that I shouldn't sell it nonetheless." As
Oh,
she places it on herself.
magnificent. If you are ever in a jam, I I I ask you to only call out with this. I hand her a card and it's got my number on it just in case of emergencies. Like, and I say, just call this number and I will come running to your aid.
Technically, nobody has phones. I'll put this out to you. Well,
Maybe it's one of those stone to stone things. Like it's a stone and it's paired with a stone he has, and she can use it to talk with him.
Well, I don't have that item, so
yeah. Uh, like that is indeed a thing in D&D, but yeah, like the only one that really has a phone is Day, who actually has like the first like smartphone, let alone just the first phone like period.
ah,
Wait, they developed computers before they developed phones?
Yeah.
No.
I've got an idea. What I'll do is I'll contact
Yeah, they all
whoever
run
made.
on Wizard OS.
Yeah,
I'm
like
gonna
all of these
contact
people.
whoever made. Go ahead.
Yeah, like both the computers and phones were made by the same arrogant prick. That is just like, yeah, sure. Let me go and see about what I can do. So of course he would make something that is like oh yeah, let me just make something that can store a bunch of documents. And it's like very easily in one place that is probably never going to fail.
The iGrimoire for all your grimoire needs.
Basically,
Get her
yeah.
email address.
I'm gonna do this then. I'm going to put out an order for a phone for her, and however much it is, just let me know, and I'll see what I can do. And then I'm gonna say, if you ever need to contact me, I've got a phone on the way to you. It should come with instructions on how to use it.
She
And
goes and says, "What's a phone?"
don't worry, it is a device that will keep you in contact with anybody you need to keep in contact with.
And it's spelt funny.
Yes. Wait. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a P instead of an F. Makes no sense. I know it's French, but whatever.
But yes, I'm gonna put that order in. And then I say, don't worry, it just should arrive as soon as possible. And I leave the number, the phone number on the card, saying just punch these numbers into the phone whenever you need my aid, and I shall come running.
And and that's certainly intriguing. And
Basically I'm both doing this as a gesture of goodwill, a way of letting her know that I can be there for her, and also just in case something happens, she can call for help with a little more efficiency.
and then also secretly hoping that she would call you specifically.
Well, that's what I meant by the second thing.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know.
As someone with the 20 charisma, we call that wooing.
Well, I don't have 20 charisma, but I do have pretty high charisma, 17.
Indeed.
Yeah, technically he has the middle charisma of the group.
Yeah.
Ironically,
Which is
the middle
funny.
charisma is 17.
Nobody
Yeah.
can be as gorgeous as this grandpa. My character says. Like,
I mean, technically, if you're wanting to go by charisma, he's like a beauty. Crafter does have that beat.
I'm
Yeah.
up to 20. Yep.
He's the most handsome gnome
Short
in the
person, yeah.
land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm
I
not
always assumed it was a
judging
way of
his and my
persuasion as opposed to
character.
visuals.
I never
Yeah.
said I was the best. I just said I was handsome.
Okay.
I mean, true. Yeah, you are the only old man person of this group. Specifically, being 3,000 years old.
Yep.
Yes. But anyway, how much would I have to pay for me to order her a phone?
Yes, how much is a phone?
Probably like 1,000. A computer, for
Not
reference, is like 2,000 gold.
Okay. How much can I transfer Electrum to gold? Like if I deduct that from the Electrum I have, uh how much gold would I have left over after paying for this order?
You would be down to 728 gold.
No, I'm talking about from the Electrum. Because I have 3 Electrum, remember? You said someone threw me 3 Electrum.
So for reference, and we let you go and pay the Electrum as gold earlier, because like it was actually gold. It's just that it wasn't your gold in particular.
Right. And now this is actual Electrum, right?
Yeah, now it's actual Electrum, not just like a gold that's just being tracked that way.
I forgot that gold is higher than Electrum. Never
Yeah.
mind. So yes, I'll pay the
Yeah, you were
$1,000 for the
thinking of
order.
platinum.
Yeah, I was thinking of platinum. Sorry. I always forget that Electrum is the $2 bill of D&D.
No,
No
it's
one
the
really uses it.
it's the yeah, like gold is the $1. It's copper is a penny. Silver is a nickel. Electrum normally is a $0.50. And then gold is the dollar bill.
Fair,
But just simply
fair. Because no
for
one really.
well, for
Yeah,
simplicity's sake, 10 copper is 1 silver, 10 silver is 1 electrum, 10 electrum is 1 gold, and then 10 gold is 1 platinum.
gotcha.
Uh, Basically, I just hate the fact that electrum is half normally, so I just say like, yeah, hi, it's normally what gold would be.
Hmm.
Uh,
All right.
so yeah.
Well, I've paid the 1,000 for the phone order,
Yeah.
and then I say, I must bid you adieu. After all, I have my job. You have your job. But again, do not hesitate to call me. I do a slight bow, and then like a butler would, and then I say, have a wonderful night, and I walk out, and I go over here and I press my back against the wall. I'm like, God, she was lovely.
I see you coming out of the store, and I'm all like, I actually do need to do a few things in a shop. Okay, yeah. I turn to my other two compatriots. Cover me for a bit. I need to quickly dash into a place and sell some stuff.
And I go back over here while I'm still a bit love struck.
All right, and then I go into here.
All right.
Where did he
And
go?
inside of there,
In
you
here.
see a dragonborn.
Cool. We're like, wait, what time of the day is it?
I would say probably about midday.
Good afternoon. I have some goods I need to sell, and they are of quality. Tell me, how much will you pay for them? And I show them the trinkets and stuff that Imp brought back from the alley.
um, they look through them. For the general lot, I can offer you 5 gold.
5 gold. My good sir, can't you see the craftsmanship? Clearly, this is of superior quality to just 5 gold. Couldn't I persuade you up to, say, 15?
Uh,
Chris.
yeah, you're gonna have to roll a.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Hard bargainer. I see. I can see that you will be difficult to sell to, but I'd look to make a long-standing business arrangement with you. Tell me, do you have anything of value that a young necromancer like myself, young of 50 years, that would be interested in any of your equipment or wares?
What are you particularly looking for?
Anything that makes Eldritch Blast go bigger. And I say it with a maniacal grin. Yeah.
Because I know this. Nice. Okay, do you just? Is there just none of that? Okay, why the frick does it list that? What even does this?
Yeah, it's a weird one.
No, like it literally says, "Oh, hey, by the way, like, let me go and have something that the effect type is Eldritch Blast," and then just
Very-
like straight up says, "No."
Okay, how about this instead?
What?
Is there anything that could temporarily increase the size of an entity, even if it's for a short duration?
Um, yeah, I probably have things like that. What are you particularly looking for, and how? Well, how are you looking to do that?
Well, I would like it to last at least a minute. I'm more than flexible for just, say, 30 seconds or so. It's something that will increase the size variant of, say, something small to medium or medium to large.
So small to medium, medium to large, right?
Yeah, just increasing it by one size.
Uh, and how long again?
30 seconds, but preferably a minute.
Uh, I do probably have that. Uh,
And just to be clear, I'd like this to be an external spell as opposed to an internal one, something I can bestow on other entities than myself. I'm already quite short, it would be a minimal improvement.
what do you mean external?
I'm a warlock. I have certain minions that could benefit from such an effect.
No, like they're actually asking like, what do you mean, like internal or external? Because that technically is
Oh,
not.
internal as in like you put on a ring, it does an effect, or as opposed to a wand or something that you cast on something, it does that effect to the thing.
So in short, can one that can either be cast on self or cast on others as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a cast on wearer or a cast on entity.
So you're wanting to be able to cast it on somebody else, correct?
Correct.
All right. He goes and pulls out a scroll and says like, here you go. Uh, do you take a look at it?
Oh yes, I take a look at it. Sorry, I was zoning out there for a moment. I look at the scroll. What's it say?
You have no idea what it says.
I peer over at the dragonborn and be like, I can't read this.
Well, sorry that you can't cast it then.
Oh, it's a spell on a street. I need a mage. I go over the cons. Is anyone in here a mage?
Kind of me.
Do you ask the party?
Yeah, I'm asking the party in the comms.
I'm just gonna respond. What kind of mage?
A mage that can read gibberish, apparently.
Uh,
Can my comms provide images or no?
The comms would not provide good enough because it just reads like random symbols. Actually, I guess yeah. Like if somebody normally cast it, then yeah, it would be like
Wait.
understandable to them.
I'm gonna say that I can cast comprehend languages on you or myself, so that
It would not work on spells.
Well, but I should just be able to like read the title or something, right?
Well,
Spell scrolls are for like casting the spell. So in order to know what spell it is, and to be able to use a spell scroll, you actually have to be able to cast that spell.
Right.
no, I'm talking about like if I cast comprehend languages on myself, because it says here, you also understand any written language that you see. Any written language. This is clearly a written language, whether it be a spell or not. So if I were to cast it on myself, I'd be able to read the scroll. If I cast it on him, he'd
I
be
can see
able
the
to read the
logic there.
scroll. That's why I said I have comprehend languages. I can cast it on him and he can read it.
Before we get any further down this rabbit hole, I turn to the owner or the dragonborn and say, "Well, this would potentially get the job done, assuming it does the things that I requested. This I feel like would be consumed on a single use. Is there anything that has a repeated use?"
This technically can work. It just depends on who you give it to.
I'm not a wizard. I'm a warlock.
Uh, well, see, there you go. Now I know you can't cast this thing. Sometimes it
Very
helps to
well.
specify.
I would think through deductive reasoning, I would be the first wizard to ever cast Eldritch Blast. Although there is multi-classing, so maybe not that.
Yeah.
All right. I will
Uh,
be clearer in the future. I place it back down. Do you have something of more permanent persuasion?
A dagger.
A dagger, a ring, just something that can allow me temporary use of a spell once every day.
Like temporary use of a spell?
Well, in the sense that if I took it off, I'd no longer have it.
What type of spell are you looking for?
I forget what the exact wording of the. It's like there's a spell called it grows or shrinks an entity, and you can choose which one it does.
Reduce or enlarge?
Yeah, that's
Enlarge,
the one.
reduce.
What?
Enlarge, reduce, actually.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, it's both.
I got the words right.
It's like an all-in-one. If I had one of those, I could either make myself even smaller, fitting through tighter crevices and stuff, or I can make something else bigger.
Funny enough,
But only
enlarge,
once a
reduce,
day.
it actually was that spell scroll. So yes,
It's just
for
that
reference, Joker, you actually could have read it if you went over there.
Yeah. Wait, I could have read it in.
Yeah, it's on the
possibly-
sorcerer list. You're a sorcerer.
Oh.
You're the only
Well-
one currently. Actually, wait, it's on the bard's list too. So yeah, technically, you're the only one currently in the party that actually could have read that spell scroll. Everybody else is just unintelligible.
That is a really good spell to have. Very versatile, both for combat and investigation.
Well, yeah, that's out of character knowledge. Technically, you. I don't know if you actually did show it to them.
Yeah. No, of course not. Yeah, I just asked over comms, is anyone a mage?
Yeah. So Joker would not
Well-
know that the spell scroll was enlarged reduced, but just so that you guys know, like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what the spell
right.
was.
Yeah.
Is which to be fair,
So,
Wizard also does learn it, hence why you can make it permanent.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, wizards can learn any spell that's in scroll form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So back to the inn owner. So do you have any items that have the temporary once a day use of that spell?
I don't recall if I do have anything that actually does this in other than this scroll.
Is there anyone of rune working or potential to use this to make an item from it?
The only thing I can think of is maybe an artificer can find a way to make actual use of it.
Is there an artificer in town?
I don't know. I don't care enough to pay attention to who's an artificer, who's not. I just pay attention to who sells me magic items and who buys them.
I look at him and say, I think you would be in the business to know who could make magical items, considering you sell them. If you knew who they were, then you would have the market on those magical items. Buy them cheap from him, sell them at a premium in your shop. I call your BS. I think you do know.
So what if I do know?
Well, let's just say that there is a certain finder's fee for someone that could help me make the items I'm pursuing. Say, if you were to point me in the right direction and he were to make an item, who's to say that, hey, I got the components at these places, be free marketing.
What specifically are you trying to go and make? Like, in what way are you trying to make it?
Let's say this. I'm a very tiny person, right? I need help with a bunch of things, such as carrying large boxes and stuff. Wouldn't that job go a lot easier if I had a worker get a little bit bigger and carry things double his weight capacity? That would save me time and be excellent advertising for someone who actually owns the equipment.
He goes
So,
and just like face palms. It's like, I'm asking him like, uh, what? How are you trying to use it? Like a glove, of boots, or something else?
it would be a I think that would depend on the artificer's talents. Like if I could cast it on someone, that means all the power would retain with me, and I could empower my workers. But if it's only confined to the wearer, say a ring, it would take a little more finagling, but still doable. Because as an employer, you want to keep track of your assets, and such as an expensive, valuable resource as a ring like this, you would want to keep on a short leash.
Well, most people would want to go and have the components. And he points lines over. 2 doors down over there. You're gonna get a ring of sorts from there if you want. I do hear that those are of higher quality. Uh, I have no guarantees about whether or not I can't about whether or not I can apply the magic item or the magical effects to the ring. Uh, However, it also kind of depends about what ways you want. Probably, I would recommend going and getting 2 rings. That way, one can be made to shrink the wearer. The other one can be used to grow the wearer.
I'll take that under advisement. I appreciate the intel. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get to your patronage. I believe you agreed on 5 gold. Are you sure there isn't any way I could ask you to go a little higher?
Like
Say
for
6 gold?
the trinkets, or
Yeah, the trinkets.
uh, sorry, five gold is the best I can do for the trinkets. It's at
Very
the
well.
at the store for the I suggest for the rings you might get a higher price. Who knows? But as they know more about it, they also might give you a lot lower of a price.
I will accept the 5 coin offer and the information you gave me as a thank you. Much appreciated and pleasure doing business. I give him the trinkets and I add 5 gold to my account.
All right. Uh,
Okay, I'm done. Next person. What do they do? Come back and continue the watch.
For the most part, we normally stop here unless we are wanting to
Okay.
continue.
Yeah.
This was fun. Thanks for
Yeah.
inviting me, guys.
Yeah, thanks for
Yeah, of
coming.
course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Uh,
Always welcome to join.
I am sure that you guys will have a lot of fun next week. No idea if you want to go and visit her like he suggested.
Hey, I'm just glad we had a new player and there wasn't a bunch of team killing this time.
So there was what?
Not a bunch of team killing this time.
Oh, team killing, yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine that getting discouraging after a while.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
don't worry.
Wretched's
You'll
typical for
experience
that.
eventually. You'll experience it eventually.
I'll have to keep my invisible
Most
end
likely
close
Wretched.
during those events.
I mean, by technicality, if you go to my Twitch, you can just, as Rayleigh said, yeah, hi, let's just go and fight this week, or encounter this week.
Oh yeah, that's true. He's got a redeem called Sadistic DM.
Yeah.
And then basically, you just put the creature or the CR or whatever in there and say, "Hey, this is what we want. We want you to throw at us."
Yeah. You can also specifically request like more NPC style things. Like, Joker did this person, I believe, as like NPC generation, but Sadistic DM was more applicable to it. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. It is. But yeah, I hope that everybody enjoyed this session.